Create with Fran Sidney. Hello and welcome to the show. This is Fran Sidney. I'm your host today for episode 97. And today, of course, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to talk about how to create excellent content so that the client that you are aiming to will be interested in listening to you and will feel your passion. So what does it mean to have a passion? That means that you have a very specific topic or field, mental health, or maybe video making, or maybe pets. Whatever your topic is, whatever the field is that you operate in, you've done such a lot of research about it. You have experience. You have dealt with cases, with problems that have to do with this field, whether you've been paid or not, but you have experience. You have read books about it. You might have done courses. Maybe you helped lots of people in the past, and then you realize this is my real passion, and you turn that into a career. And so this is something that you think about all the time, every day. You do research about it, you talk to your colleagues about it, you really talk to everyone about it, because this is what you do. You might even have t-shirts that says, "Oh, I love whatever that is." So this topic isn't just a topic, isn't just a way that you make money with. This topic is your world. It's your mission. You are on fire about getting everyone to be at their best in this particular field. So this passion has to resonate from what you talk about, from your tone of voice, from your words, from your copy, from all your things that all around you, your presentation, your energy about it has to shine through. And personally, I believe that in this way you will really resonate more than a person that maybe has 3 degrees on the topic but might sound very dull, uninteresting, or uninterested in his own topic. He might be bored of his own topic even if he has 3 degrees about it. So I want you to think that when you have that passion, the client has to be able to perceive it and to say, wow, I can really feel if I work with John, he's going to be amazing, because I can feel he really has this energy going toward helping me. And that's what the client ultimately wants. He wants to get better, he wants to achieve something, and he's looking for that attraction, for that golden shiny object, right? And he has to see that you are having success in that particular topic, particular field. So make sure that this is coming through from everything you say, everything you do, your looks, everything. So be coherent with what you're going to offer. Therefore, on the opposite spectrum, if all you want is to make a lot of money out of people, and you're gonna, blow up your prices because, they want it, so I might as well pay, but you don't really want the topic, you will see that even if you manage to sell your product, whatever that is, you will not have enough passion and stamina to keep going. You will be maybe overwhelmed, maybe tired. You might be feeling like you want to procrastinate things because you really don't want to do it. So make sure that passion is there. And if it's not there, have you considered changing the field of work so you can actually use your energy? Because I remember somebody years ago who said, if you don't want to work, find something that you are really interested in and you will never have to work one day. And it's true, if you find the very field that you adore, going to work is going to be pleasure. So that's what I wanted to say. It's not a lot, but I say with all the capabilities I have to pass this message about being passionate. And let's go to the second part. Of course, I assume that you have solutions. So you believe that you can help others. Because if you don't believe that, how can the person listening to you, to that video, believe that they can get better? Because you actually don't believe it. And this will come through from the words you say, from examples you give, from everything, your lack of energy and your lack of testimonials, etc. So make sure that you communicate this, that you have used, you have created, you have adapted or blended a system or a method or something that helps other people to achieve whatever this result is in that field. So maybe you're helping people to perform and to arrive very, very fast when they're doing sport racing, and you help them to be in peak performance mode. Okay, that's fine. So what is your method? How do you help them? So you have to make sure you nail down how you help these people and to make sure that your method is excellent. So let's say that, for example, you are a nutritionist or a dietitian and you have helped clients to design together a sustainable long-term diet, the type of diet that people will follow year after year without falling off a wagon, because it's actually a sustainable diet. It's easier than others, and it doesn't have all those stupid restrictions that make it so difficult to follow most diets. You have this particular plan, these particular foods, you have everything ready. It's very special. So what happens is you try it on people, your guinea pigs, your friends, your cousin, your mom, your dad. You see there is a change. You see there are results. You know that this is possible because you are there. You are the witness. So you develop a really good confidence. So you know your method inside out. So when people ask you about it, you can talk about it. And you can do that for hours. But you have to believe that it does work. This leads me to the next part. And it's important to know that your method should be just as good as the methods of other people. It cannot be worse, because how can you sell something and make people pay for something that they can find cheaply, exactly the same results? Nobody will do that. So your method is to be just as good, or even better. It should be better. It should be faster. It should give better results. Or maybe there will be something about this method that helps more than other people. So you are there is your competition. What is that is differentiating you from all your competitors? And remember that sometimes complex interventions are not what is needed. Sometimes very simple, very easy action can make a huge difference. Just the right question at the right time can help your client to experience the shift. So I can give you a practical example of everything, but what is the difference between what you do and what others do? Even using the same method. Could it be that your energy is so much better? Could it be your experience? Could it be anything else? So you have to really think about it and talk about it. Because see, when people are making a decision to spend maybe hundreds of dollars or pounds or euros to buy something like that, whatever you're selling, they're going to think, they're going to compare, they're going to look at prices. And most people will look at the value for money, what are they getting for something, and if it's very, very cheap, they're going to think, is this going to be good enough? And if it's very expensive, they think, oh wow, this must be really, really good. But then, if your method is not that good, and they spent all the money, I promise you won't get a really good testimonial. So make sure you have a foolproof formula there, that it is working. And I will not tell you just how many times it happens that you are talking to somebody who is selling maybe a particular method for whatever, and then you realize that they are not following their own advice. So they're talking about procrastination and they are procrastinating. They're talking about toxic people, maybe they're toxic, and you see that because of the way they interact with others. They're talking about weight loss, they're overweight. So make sure that the person talking to you feels this integrity, this wholesomeness, that you are on that road, you know what it means. Even if, I'm not saying that every person that helps alcoholic people should be an ex-alcoholic. I'm not saying that, because then a doctor should have been through every possible disease of every single person to be able to help them. That's not the case. But you want to make sure that you got all the things sorted out in every area and know that your method works, you got a passion and everything else. But guess what? There is something else that you need to know. You got your methods and everything, but does your message resonate with your ideal client? Is your client actually the type of person who will be looking for help in this field? For example, let's pretend you help, drug addicts to turn their life around. You have a special program with meditation, exercise, whatever you like. So you have to ask yourself, what are the chances that a drug addict will look me up in this platform that I'm using? Yeah? Is he gonna go on Skillshare to buy my course? Maybe not. Or maybe yes, because maybe he's a doctor who is a cocaine addict and these things happen. And then he might go to a learning platform. So you have to really understand, will this type of client believe what I'm saying? Will he find me in my platform? For example, let's say that you are working on TikTok and that's your platform and you love it. But also your niche is working with customers who are over 70 years old. So would it be reasonable to assume that these people will be on TikTok? Will your message resonate? If it's all dancing, short reel, all funny, maybe it won't resonate with them. Maybe they want something different and on a different platform. Maybe it's not even a video. So what is it they want? Of course, I was kidding about TikTok. It's not all about dancing, but just remember, your message, your methods, your offer of help must resonate with the client that you want to help. So you want to consider and really write down before you start creating this video, who are this person that I'm talking to? What is their age? What is they very interested in? Is it sports? Is it music? Is it gardening? Is it Star Wars? What is it? What are the problems that these people encounter every day that I can help them with? And then ask yourself, what are these clients reading every day? Where are they getting the education from? What are they listening to? What is their music? What are the platforms? Are they on Spotify? Are they on iTunes, YouTube, TikTok? Where are they finding their information? What kind of education levels do they have? What are their hobbies? So you really want to be able to speak with authenticity, making sure you're not offending, denigrating, putting down, or speaking from a completely different planet. And please do not make bunches of false assumptions. People do not like to be bunched up in labels and in boxes. And many times we make a lot of assumptions and we start saying all women are like this, all men are like that, all rich people, all poor people, or black, green, yellow. We make assumptions about a lot of things and sometimes we actually don't know anything about it. So make sure that when you're talking, you don't throw all these assumptions, stereotypes on people, because sometimes it's gonna make your message a little bit generic. And instead, talk about real people with real problems, and maybe they are completely different from the rest of them, Just make sure you resonate with that person listening to you, so they can really say, wow, he really gets me. That's what I want. He really understands me. That's exactly my way of thinking. And now there is another part that is actually quite interesting for me, because sometimes you see people that are posting every day. They're on Instagram, they're on every single platform, videos, everything. They're doing it all, but they're not getting any clients to buy their product. And at which point you ask, my client, the client that I'm serving, whether I'm selling windows or therapy or gardening, is this client the type of person that looks for help? And sometimes this type of person, you're just wasting time with them because they're actually not looking for help. So you want to make sure that you are differentiating between the presenting problem and the real issue underneath. Ask yourself lots of questions about this type of client that you are going to help. For example, where does he go or congregate to look for help and advice? So if I need a new pair of windows for my house, where will I go? Will I call my grown-up children and ask them? Will I go and get the local leaflets or local little newspaper that comes in the post every week and I usually throw away, and besides I'm going to look for adverts? Will I go on YouTube and see if perhaps somebody in my area does windows? Whatever it is, where do I go for help and advice? And would I go and ask people? What would I do? You have to be in the mind of your client so you know where he can find you. So let's pretend, for example, that your client is a young mom, very educated, overworked, she's got a high finance career, she's very tired, she's sleepy, she has maybe 1 or 2 toddlers in the house. And she wants it all. She wants the home perfect, she wants an excellent career, she wants a family to be happy, and she's overwhelmed. And so she's feeling snappy, she's feeling angry, she seems to be maybe shouting a little bit, a bit more. And maybe she comes home and she tells people, why haven't you taken the trash outside, or the rubbish, depending where you are, right? So maybe she feels that nobody's helping and they ought to be helping her. Okay? So what will she be looking for? Is she going online looking for help with anger? Maybe not. Maybe she will not realize that. Maybe she will have overwhelm. Or maybe she will be looking for, I can't sleep. I need help to sleep. Or maybe she might say, I'm really looking for help so that I can have more success in the office because I'm so tired I can't function. So I need more success in the office. Or maybe her relationship is going down because the husband feels he doesn't exist anymore because she's working the whole day, she's never home, he's never home, they don't meet. And so maybe she will be working inside her mind thinking, I think I need relationship advice. So each of these problems, solutions, outcomes will be completely different. And then they will require a completely different type of content or method or solution that you will use to help this person to overcome the problem. So don't make assumption that just because she's working in that career, she's gonna feel like this and like that. Maybe she doesn't. And maybe the presenting problem that she comes to you with is not the real problem. Therefore, it is really important to do your research before you start making videos that resonates with everyone and therefore they don't resonate with anyone. Make a research. Ask the possible clients. Ask people who have a problem that you solve. Get them to come to an interview. Ask them questions. Write to them and say, hey, can you help me? I'm doing some research here. What is the right person in your age group or in your work type, in your field, will be looking for if I have a problem of X? Or you can ask lots of different questions, how much is it costing them to keep the problem? Or you can just ask, what is the worst thing about your problem? In any case, you want to really dig in, and you will be surprised to find out how many things that you think are simple to solve, other people are feeling oppressed from. And you think, I got the solution. So there we go. But you have to really talk to the people, because it's not always a problem that we assume, but it's something else. And sometimes it's deeper. So always go deeper than surface, and I'm sure you will find a way to answer this. And what you do after that. To sum up, we have made sure you have a passion for your field, that you believe that you can help, you know that your method is as good as other methods, or even better or faster, gives better results. You know that everything resonates with your ideal client. You know that your type of client looks for help. Therefore, the last thing to do before you go and write down the content you're going to prepare, how you're going to do it, how long it's going to be, and exactly what type of problem and what part of it you are working with, so that you are really, really narrow and really focused on what you're going to do. And with this, I can leave you knowing that you have something short and simple to work on. This might take you a few hours to work out, maybe a week, maybe zero time because you've already done this work. And so that's just good to review what you need to do. And remember, it doesn't matter what the problem is. Maybe something that looks very small for you as a problem is huge for another person. So make sure you don't put your client down by saying, "Oh, just snap out of it." Most people don't snap out of a problem. They have issues with that problem for a reason. So when you make your videos, your posts and everything, just make sure you give them some charity as well, and a bit of empathy, because it really hurts to still have that problem. It is difficult. So show that you understand. And then just put your energy there. Be simple, be direct, and just give them an idea of how you can help them. And the chances are that if you do a video like that, where you're helping people with very clear advice, they will be calling you, they will be asking for your product or for more information because they'll be interested. Of course, I don't want you to give every single bit of information straight in a video because maybe they don't need you anymore, but give enough to help them. And then if you want a really deep content or program, they can work with you properly. I'm still working with some of my colleagues to work out what other content we can prepare here to help you better so you can make your videos more interesting and more relatable and more to the point. So watch this space and please make sure if you found this interesting, useful, resourceful for you, please let me know and share it with somebody who needs it. But if you have some questions that I still have not answered, please let me know as well. Give me suggestions, ask for more so that I can research for you. Or maybe I already have the answers, so I can really help you to get going, to have those photographs taken, to make those videos, and to go forward in the next step in your journey. Thank you very much for being with me. It's been a pleasure. I hope to see you soon and take care, everyone. Bye-bye. You're listening to Create with Fran Sidney.